Good evening. My name's Del Scott Miller, and this is a Nick Cave song. Take a little walk to the edge of town, go across the tracks, where a viaduct looms like a bird of doom as it shifts and cracks, where secrets lie in the border fires, in the humming wires. You know you're never coming back, past the fields, past the bridge, the mills and the stacks. Gathering storm comes a tall, handsome man with a dusty black coat and a red right hand. He'll take you in his arms, tell you that you've been a good boy. He'll rekindle all those dreams it took you a lifetime to destroy. He'll reach right into the hole, heal your shrinking soul. There won't be a single thing that you can do. He's a god, he's a ghost, a man and a guru. They're whispering his name through this disappearing land. Hidden in his coat is a red right hand. You don't have any money, he'll get you some. You don't have a car, he'll get you one. You don't have self-respect, you feel like an insect. Well, don't you worry, buddy, now, 'cause here he comes, past the barriers, the Bowery, the ghettos and the slums. A shadow is cast wherever he stands. A stack of green paper fills his red right hand. You'll see him in your nightmares, you'll see him in your dreams. He'll appear out of nowhere, but he ain't what he seems. You'll see him in your head, the TV screen. Well, I'm warning you, buddy, now turn it off. He's a god, he's a ghost, he's a man, he's a guru. You're one microscopic cog in his catastrophic plan, designed and directed by his red right hand. Take a little walk to the edge of town and go across the tracks, where a viaduct looms like a bird of doom as it shifts and cracks, where secrets lie in the border fires, in the humming wires. You know you're never coming back, past the fields, past the bridge, the mills and the stacks. On a gathering storm comes a tall, handsome man with a dusty black coat and a red right hand. Shadow is cast wherever he stands, and a stack of green paper fills his red right hand. Thank you. So all originals from here on in. Apologies. This one is titled Snappily. We're all going out with as much as when we came in. What would you pay for this palace of stone? Offer me time and I'll leave you alone. 'Cause he's gonna nail down the lid and set me alight. And though I tried pleading and I gave him a fight, he tells me to pass on the treasures therein. 'Cause the fella in black always wins. And we're all going out with as much as when we came in. A price for this rare set of wheels. Just 7 more days and we'll shake on a deal. 'Cause he's gonna nail down the lid and set me alight. And though I tried pleading and I gave him a fight, he tells me I've given those wheels their last spin. 'Cause the fella in black always wins. And we're all going out with as much as when we came in. Celluloid looks are yours for a song. Just a handful of hours and consider me gone. 'Cause he's gonna nail down the lid and set me alight. And though I tried pleading and I gave him a fight, he tells me I've poisoned my last layer of skin. 'Cause the fella in black always wins. And we're all going out with as much as when we came in. Status I keep in front of my name. This imaginary pedestal salesman called fame. A mountain of money with views overblamed. They're all yours for just one more hand in his game. 'Cause we're all going out, regardless how righteous or ruthless you've been. We're all going out with as much as when we came in. Thank you. This one's from my dear old mum. This is called Walk Me Home. If you see me drifting off, kick me out into the cold. I dare not entertain the rest. Should I not make the most of your kindly welcome to the fold? Just know that elsewhere has me pressed. 'Cause while it pains me to refuse, and I loathe to spurn an open hand, on this occasion please excuse. But I won't be part of any plan, 'cause she'll be back to walk me home. Should the second hand be lost, neath a sigh of solace found, give me a stone to roll uphill. You're all beautified and glossed, stepping out into the town, I'm best left monochrome and still. 'Cause while I'm grateful for your time, I know it's such a precious thing to give. I'm afraid I'm governed by the chime, and humbly ask that you forgive. 'Cause she'll be back to walk me home. She said so, she never had the grace to tell a lie. So I'll keep my coat and shoes on, those milestones pass on by. At the risk of being a most ungracious guest, knowing full well that you'd never see me lost, while I won't dispute, I need that rest. Rest assured, the end will justify the cost. When she comes back to walk me home. Thank you. So yeah, me being a songwriter from Barnsley and this being Barnsley, I am obliged to play a song about the miners' strike. So this is it. This is about a boxer who died during the miners' strike. This is called 22-1. True to form, the early train was late. Fellow travellers stared sideways at his state. For there stood remnants of a champion, then junior and amateur. Nonetheless, that name had carried weight, though none of them knew anything of him to tell. He felt their glances pierce that fighter's thinning shell, and a tear above his eye was cause to question why he took the fight only days before the bell. At the picket line he kissed and left his bride, and the sun swelling slowly there inside, and countless comrades wishing only to provide. But the Tory fetish for attrition, the fondness for division, forced family after family to sustain themselves with little more than pride. Inside a tattered glove, 1,000 burned a hole. Some he begged, some he borrowed, some he stole. Before the bell, a friend would place that precious grand on him to fall. For he knew his title days had long since set sail, and a nasty ride might be the final nail. But a valid loss would get an easy payout from the bet. And as the train began to slow, he said, "Today I'll banish every silhouette those tyrants cast upon my door." His record met the bookies in advance. 22-1 was their opinion of his younger rival's chance. Called over from the ropes, he placed every ounce of hope that he had left in his opponent's cocky stance. But the bell rang out and out he came to meet. A duff defence, a china chin and flattened feet. But his cross could shatter bone. That nasty right alone was what he'd have to take to make sure he'd be beat. As the third began, it shamed him to stand, forced to take a beating from a less estimable man. He'd allowed every ill-considered chap to land. Now freely cornered and resigned, he gave a final sigh, smiled and dropped his hands. Smiled and dropped his hands. The last train pulled away at 12:02. fellow travelers, a tired and scattered few. His head hung heavy on his chest, but the privilege of rest was still beyond a job he didn't want to do. Inside a tattered glove, the winnings left a tear, but that loyal friend could see that no one seemed to care. And therein lay the remnants of a champion, then junior and amateur, 'cause no one's taught the name of any man if all he's done is given all he can. Thank you. We're about halfway through. Apologies for the late start, by the way. We had a few technical hitches. So yes, this song was written in honor of a guy called Barry Hines, the guy who wrote Kes. And if you're from Barnsley, you'll have noticed a brand new statue outside the Alhambra Centre. And the committee behind the statue asked me to write a song for the unveiling. So this is it. This is called Little Blinder. Pushing iron underground through sunken landscapes and nights that never end. His pick a ticking clock, another scene's worth of words he's buried with him every time that he descends. A voice on his shoulder, consistently repeating what he knows, sowing seeds, bearing seeds, a promise where it labored once to grow. Hearts and minds neglected from the coalface to the clarity of day. Little blinder those in shadow will find in you the lamp they'd stop believing might ever show their way. Sharpened eyes and toughened hands dissect pride and deprivation. From them build a stage on which we'll play tales of rogues, of redemption, of the people's Armageddon, and of those told to get out of the way. A scream on his conscience insistently drowns out the siren's bore. That noise in every throat, morning after that night the fires fall. Casting onto streets we know a ragged future, with no hope to mend the fault. Little blinder those in terror will find in you the threads we've disregarded in favor of assault. Dragging hope and aspiration from the gold to a gamble on the throne. Little blinder those not chosen will find in you the nerve the class decided was never theirs to show. Billy now may rest, no longer fearful of the depths to which he'll fall. The noise of all those others, of his teachers, of his brother, is lost beneath that noble falcon's call. Cheers. This is a simple tale of love and loss. The loser in the bookies seemed to tease with his lot. The traffic warden rookie seems to love the life he's got. The barman never faltered as he handed me the gin. The sergeant at the desk never once betrayed his grin. Or maybe they've a stash inside the flue. I don't know how they conquer mornings without you. The cemetery gardener never panders to his age. The big lad and bull mastiff seem to revel in their rage. The busker buggering baccarat never bothers with a key. But nothing shakes the toddler dancing wildly at his knee. Well, perhaps they found some mojo in their shoes. I don't know how they face the music without you. Or maybe they're related to the few. I don't know how they chucks away in lieu of you. And I doubt that one of them has ever taken stock, written nothing, got depressed and had to stop. You can see in their eyes they've never had to prize themselves away from Sky just to buy milk and bread and puff. Could be they have better things to do. I don't know how they do their doings without you. Couple chasing heroin, don't let you break their stride. The civic hygiene operative sweeps memories aside. The market traders twisting arms with unrelenting steam. And the local weirdo's gusto is exactly as it seems. Or maybe they don't know what you can do. I don't know how they house your father without you. Or maybe they're related by the few. I don't know how they chucks away in lieu of you. Thank you. So yeah, thanks for joining us, if indeed you have joined us. This is the penultimate song, and if you're from Athersley like I am, that means second to last. This is called Repeat Myself. The unfilled hours, the points never made, blessings counted on one thumb, honey sours, having never found a worthy tongue. The half-raised towers, the abandoned grave, the minute's distance left to run, sunless flowers and summer's chorus left unsung. Failure teaches but one thing: pass the baton while you can. idle powers, the scenes in the shade, defining fabric left unspun. The contender cowers, having thrown a fight he could have won. Words ran out, so I repeat myself. 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 Thank you. So yeah, thanks for watching. Big thanks to Deadline Digital for organising this. And this is my last one. Thank you. Luther keeps the raging, reach of lovers out. Their best intentions dead outside the door. There's some bubbles over, some of all my down. The spillage fills with fractures in the floor. Broken glass on the stairs, skins grace the walls of every room. Gates are locked from outside, ropes swing over chairs. And every sense stays much the same. There's no one here but me. How you know I've hunted for a third hand to accuse, but a telling lack of evidence appears. A single set of fingerprints and tracks to match my shoes. An only explanation volunteers. A web of cracks distorts the view. Nails choke the breath of every pain. The fence crawls every morning. The floor's a forest of screws. And every sense stays much the same. There's no one here but me. Clocks are running fast, taps off and nothing more than dust. Mirrors mark the portrait, the attic's open days past, but the cellar sings a siren song of sin. No one hears but me.
Thank you.